Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the ROM. I couldn't quite attempt the athletic leap onto the stage of the last speaker, but I'll do my best to welcome you this morning and put a bit of energy into the proceedings that lay ahead. It's fabulous to see so many people here on a Monday morning at the ROM. When you hear from Tom about how he first came to the ROM as part of Saturday Morning Club, it really helps underline for me the importance of this kind of museum in this place at this time and what we can do. And what I've been thinking for the last 2.5 years is that we are perfectly placed not just to be a static organization, but to be a dynamic organization that is the place where issues that are happening now in everything from biodiversity through to Aboriginal issues, through to what's happening in antiquities trade, could be discussed here at the museum. And so it's fabulous to see so many people here for this first Endangered Species Act conference. Welcome, everybody. I'd like to thank the Minister for joining us this morning. I'd like to thank Tom and the whole team who've been involved in organising this conference. For us, to be able to be the host is a great thing, but I know how much organisation goes into these kinds of endeavours. It's not small at all, so thank you very much for helping bring this to us. I mentioned that we see ourselves as a dynamic organisation. We recently celebrated our 99th birthday here at the ROM, and it was a great occasion. And next year, of course, is our big one. We'll be 100 years old. So it'll be 100 years since this museum first opened its doors to the people of Ontario. And over that time, a huge amount has changed. But right from the very beginning, in the ROM Act of 1912, this museum was given the job of helping educate people, helping people learn about the natural world here in Ontario. It was an explicit part of our brief in 1912. It's an explicit part of our role here today, and I hope it always will be going forward. What we've done over the last 100 years, I believe, is that we've inspired many people to care more about the natural world around them. How we do that has changed many times over the years, but we've always been consistent in trying to bring that sense of wonder and that inspiration to people. And importantly, that's been something which from its beginning has been based in the scientific research that goes on here at the museum. So when I arrived 2.5 years ago and the building work was largely complete for the museum's new Michael Lee-Chin crystal and the redisplay of the galleries, what we were able to turn our attention to is how we make sure that the research that we're doing here, the research that our partners at the University of Toronto and beyond are doing, the work that's happening all around the world in terms of helping people understand more about the natural world, as ever more of us are living in cities and we're more and more remote from the day-to-day. What could we do here as an institution to actually be the right place and tell the stories in the right way now? What we've been doing is reorganizing ourselves so that the activity that previously had been hidden away sometimes behind the scenes, the research, the discovery of new species, the look at conservation, the discussions that were going on about how best to prevent biodiversity loss, are now increasingly something that you'll see if you come through the door as a visitor or you'll see if you come to our website. And as part of that, we're developing a whole new range of partnerships under the leadership of Mark Engstrom, our Deputy Director of Research and Collections, and Dave Ireland, who many of you will meet today, the Managing Director of our Centre for Biodiversity. We think that what we can do is we can be the honest broker in setting up these partnerships and bringing them to the public. We think that we can be the place that can always inspire people, and we will continue to do that. And so it will be great to think about what comes out of these discussions over the next 2 days and how we can make sure that that gets to the public and that that can be something which is worthy of further discussion. As Tom mentions, as part of all of this rethink, we've changed the way that we talk about ourselves. And right now, you will spot if you come into this organization that we have some examples of our old visual identity and some examples of our new. I'm actually wearing our old visual identity today. We're doing that because although we think it's very important that we tell the stories based in our collections and our research, and that's what our new identity is all about, As environmentally aware public servants, we're not just throwing away the old stuff, we're actually going to gradually phase it out. But I hope you'll agree what's wonderful is to see the banner at the front of the museum today, which proclaims loudly that it's Biodiversity Month, that we're able to really launch our new Centre for Biodiversity with conferences such as this one and proclaim to the world the importance of biodiversity and research into preventing its loss. So, I do hope you enjoy your time with us over the next couple of days. Tell all your friends, invite your children to come to Saturday Morning Club and follow in Tom's footsteps, and here's to a great conference. Thank you very much.